Hey guys, hanging out by the closet. I can't get in the closet, it's a little full, so I'm gonna hang out by the closet. And this is in the study. There's the study, let me show you around. It's really messy. We got lots of presents and stuff that we haven't given the kids yet. So it's raining outside, and I figured I had a book about rain. Donald Duck's Bad Day, and I figured since it's raining, we'll do a book about raining, and hopefully you guys aren't having a bad day. This is one of my books. There's my name, and right there, that's the inside cover. Doesn't look like Donald or the three boys are having a lot of fun. All right, let's get going. One morning, Donald Duck got up early. It was going to be a busy day. He was taking Daisy for a drive in the country, and Donald's nephews were going on a hike for the whole day. So Donald made sandwiches for their lunches. Looks like everything's going good so far. Making sandwiches. About to go for a little hike. The clock chimed 8. Time for the boys to get up, said Donald. Rise and shine, boys, said Donald. Huey, Dewey, and Louie groaned. Then they remembered their hike, and they jumped out of bed. That's me trying to jump. I'm sitting down. Donald began to cook breakfast. Then he looked out the window. What he saw made him mad. A rabbit was eating his carrots. That would make me mad too. There's the boys getting up. And there he sees the rabbits eating his carrots. Donald rushed out of the house. Get out of here, rabbit, he yelled. The rabbit dived through a hole in the fence and ran away. Donald looked sadly at his garden. That rabbit ate a lot, he said. I better fix the fence before he comes back. So Donald got his tools. He does not look too happy chasing that rabbit out. And there he's going to fix it. Started out good, starting to go downhill. Donald began to fix the fence. Huey, Louie, and Dewey came outside. They were wearing their knapsacks. We're off on our hike, said Huey. Wait, boys, said Donald. You haven't had your breakfast. Yes, we have, said Dewey. So long, said Louie, and off they went. There they go. There he is fixing his fence. Donald went back to fixing the fence. He tried to hit a nail with his hammer, but it hit his finger instead. Yow! He yelled. He dashed indoor to run cool water on his finger. Oh no, said Donald when he got inside. The breakfast was burning on the stove. The boys had eaten only cereal, and they had left their lunch bags behind. They had not noticed that their knapsacks were empty. Uh-oh, things are starting to go downhill. Hit his finger, he's running inside. Breakfast is burning, and there's the three lunches. Donald looked at the clock. Wow, he said, I better hurry up or I'll be late for my date with Daisy. On the way out, Donald picked the boys' lunches. I might as well take these, he said. Maybe I'll see the boys along the way. Donald put the sandwiches in a car, then he looked up at the sky. He saw only a few clouds. I don't think it'll rain, he said. I won't take the top to my car. Come on, Donald, you gotta be looking at the weather, man. Look at AccuWeather, Weather Channel, come on. Daisy was waiting for Donald. Yoo-hoo, Donald, she called. Look, I packed lunch for us. Look at that voice. Great, said Donald. Daisy's lunches were the best. Don't you think we should have the top on your car? Asked Daisy. The weather is so hot. We might get a sudden storm. Sorry, nope, that was Daisy. Let me rewind that. The weather is so hot, we might get a sudden storm. No, it won't rain, said Donald. I can always tell. Trust me. And off they drove. There's Daisy. And there they're off going. The day grew hotter and hotter. So did the water in Donald's car. Suddenly, the radiator cap flew off. The water steamed out. "Oh dear," said Daisy. "Ah, rats," said Donald. Car trouble. Donald set off to find some water. He hoped he did not have to go far. Donald walked and walked. Clouds began to pile up in the sky. Donald kept walking. He was very hot. Suddenly, it began to rain. "Oh no," said Daisy. "Now what am I supposed to do?" Trapped in the car. It's getting hot. Along came a friend, Gladstone Gander. "What are you doing here?" he asked. "Getting wet," said Daisy, "and it's all Donald's fault." "Want a lift?" asked Gladstone. "You bet," said Daisy. "Want to share a picnic lunch when we get home?" So Daisy drove off with Gladstone. "Donald will get soaked," she said. "Serves him right." Geez, Daisy. Chill, girl. And Donald did get soaked. He was very unhappy. At last, he got back to his car with the water. "Oh no," he said. "Where's Daisy?" "I bet she went into the woods," said Donald. "It's drier under the trees." So Donald went to the woods to look for Daisy. She should have left a note or something at least. Man. Not far away, Huey, Dewey, and Louie were also caught in the rain. They decided to wait under the trees until the rain stopped. As the boys walked into the woods, they saw Daisy and Gladstone passing by. There's the three boys, and there's the car. The boys found a dry spot. "Let's sit here and have lunch," said Huey. "Good idea," said Louie. "I'm starved." The boys opened their knapsacks. "Hey, there's no lunch," said Dewey. "Uncle Donald forgot to pack lunch for us," said Huey. "Why didn't you check the knapsacks before we left?" said Dewey. "Why didn't you?" said Louie. "It's not my fault," said Huey. Uh-oh, boys are having a bad day too. Donald heard the boys quarreling. He followed the sound of their voices. "Hello, boys," said Donald. "Have you seen Daisy?" "She was at Gladstone Gander's," said Huey. "I think he's taking her home." Said Donald. "She could have left a note." "That's what I said. Could have left a note. Come on, Daisy." Jeez. "Uncle Donald, we're hungry," said the boys. "We don't have any lunch." "I know, your sandwiches are in the car," said Donald. "Let's go and get them." He led the boys back to his car. But Donald's troubles were not over. The car was full of rainwater. "Oh no," said Donald. "The lunch bags are soaking wet." He's worried about the lunches. I'd be worried about my car. Donald held up a soggy bag. "You can't eat these sandwiches," he said. Huey let the water out of the car. "Come on, boys," said Donald. "There's nothing to do but go home." But Donald's troubles are still not over. Now his car was stuck in the mud. Golly, it can't get any worse, can it? Huey, Dewey, and Louie got out of the car. They tried to push it forward. Donald pressed hard on the gas pedal. The wheel spun around and around. Mud splattered all over. Hey, at least they're not hot anymore. Gotta look at the positive stuff. Come on. At last, the car moved forward. Donald stopped to let the boys in. "Oh no," said Donald when he saw them. The boys were covered in mud. Donald and the boys drove home in the rain. They were cold, wet, and hungry. "This has been a bad day," said Donald. At last, Donald and the boys got home. They all felt miserable. Suddenly, the sun broke through the clouds. "Look," said Huey, "the storm's over." Donald and the boys felt the warm sun. "Hey," said Donald, "the day's not over yet. We can still have a picnic." There's the sun coming out. The boys changed out of their wet things. He gave them to Donald to hang on the line. "Now, boys," said Donald, "let's see about the picnic." Donald made a fire in the backyard, and they all roasted hot dogs over it. "This is great," said Huey. "It's the best," said Dewey. "Pass the ketchup," said Louie. "You see," said Donald, "nothing bad lasts forever. Our bad days has turned out just fine." Here they are eating their hot dogs. The end. All right. Well, hopefully you guys aren't having a bad day on this rainy Friday. Oh, the rain might have stopped for a little bit. I will see you guys back on Monday. Have a good day and a great weekend.